Hi, welcome to Rainy Tuesdays, a podcast by friends for friends. I'm here with Ryan.
Hello.
And Adam.
Hello.
And me. Hi. I'm Margaux. How are you guys doing?
I was going to say, I was wondering if you were just going to leave that. And me.
And me. That's what you should call me. Hey, me.
Starting off strong on this one.
Wow, banger already.
It's been a while. I think every time it gets back around to when I need to intro, it's how do we intro? I just forget.
Mm-hmm. You would think
sorry.
we have a script at this point, but
we have a general thing we say every time.
I feel like I say the same thing every single time.
You do. You're very there.
I think I try to say the same thing every time, but if you were to look back at all of them, it probably would be different.
It's probably slight variations. Yeah. I think I'm the one who forgets it the most, and it's just hi, like a vampire. That's what I think whenever I hear that noise. Every time I'm sick and I have a really stuffed up nose, after you blow your nose, how sometimes you just kind of go mm-hmm. That little bleh. Yeah. I feel every time I think I sound like a vampire, so I'll just go yeah.
Podcast by vampires for vampires.
For vampires. Yeah. So global warming is ever present, which means that there is spring. The cherry blossoms in DC for all of my East Coast folks. The cherry blossoms are coming in they're here. Normally the festival's in April. It's in March this year because they're already blooming. We gotta move our shit up so that we can see the cherry blossoms before they're all dead. It's a tradition.
Die.
Okay.
They do. They fall. They're dead.
They fall, but it doesn't mean the tree dies.
Oh no. They die every year and then reincarnate.
It's like a phoenix.
That's the lore. But the point that I was trying to make is that it's spring. And you know what you do in spring? You clean.
So I know that your eventual point is to get to that. We're doing a spring cleaning episode to clean out all of Margot's random notes on what to do for podcast episodes. But you took the weirdest route to get to there that I had no idea what you were talking about.
Global warming.
Cherry blossoms,
spring cleaning.
Yeah, it's a clear train of thought.
All right, well, now that you've outlined it.
Right?
It's almost March. Spring cleaning's coming up. Yeah,
right. If you didn't want a fun anecdote about how cherry blossoms die.
What's more fun than global warming?
Exactly. Anyway, so something that happens is I don't plan for every episode. But when I do plan, sometimes I over plan, and so I have too many things to that we can't actually get to all of them in an hour. And so that's what this episode is there's not one present thing that we're doing a bunch of different things that are just notes on my phone so I can delete them. That's it.
It's gonna be a blast.
It's gonna be so fun. Yeah. I'll start with last week.
Continuation of last week.
Yes.
Yeah, so part 2 to last week. It's not the song they do. It's a little different than that. Yeah, so we all answered some things about each other, and we're gonna just do that again. All right. Do you want to just same order?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
All right, Ryan.
We're going for Ryan now.
No, we're going for you, but Ryan and I have to answer.
Okay.
Oh,
so I was talking only to Ryan.
Strong start. Take it back to 1, go forward, we got this.
The first 3 minutes of this episode are going to be so chopped up. Anyway.
Wait, time out. We're still at the 30-second mark.
Are we really?
No, just kidding.
Okay. I was what? 5 seconds are usable. Ryan, what superpower do we think Adam would want?
Oh, I was just thinking about this the other day. Because I'm very outspoken about this.
That makes me feel bad. Because
I feel like Adam, the basic answer is always flight. But I feel like Adam's
I don't think Adam's basic, yeah.
Teleportation, perhaps? Or telekinesis?
I'm sure he would like teleportation so that he wouldn't have to, like, drive a lot.
I think teleportation is what I want, because I hate transit.
I sure do, too. My God, it would be wonderful. I wonder if he would like to read other people's thoughts, or if he likes the like whole ignorance is bliss bit about not knowing what everyone else is thinking. Like, I feel like he'd get horrified in a second.
I also feel like the reading other people's thoughts is sort of like a monkey paw. Like, can you control that? Do you just hear like everyone's thoughts?
Is it constant? Oh my God, it'd be awful. Invisibility, maybe. He'd be a little sneaky boy. I don't think so. He made a real bad face. There are video watchers. Oof.
I don't know if I made a real bad face. I considered the possibility.
Yeah, but you considered it as like, yeah, okay.
Perhaps Adam had the one ring.
Ooh.
You know, been there, done that. Got cursed a little bit.
I'm going with teleportation or telekinesis. Maybe something with tele in the name.
He's gonna become a telephone. Yeah, or maybe super speed. He wants to be a fast boy. He did soccer.
Okay, so solid, valid answers. I hate that everyone says flying, as it's like the basic, and that's what I'm outspoken about. I think it's stupid to be like, there's so many good superpowers, and you're gonna pick flying.
Yeah.
And teleportation is definitely like my number 2, I think, because I do hate transit. Probably number 3 is like telepathy or telekinesis, probably tied. I think I would like to know what other people's thoughts are, but I probably would regret that decision. But I just have this curiosity that it would make, if I had to like select it and that was an option, that might be drawn. But my number 1 choice for superpower is shapeshifting.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
That is good.
Yeah. Okay.
You could shapeshift into someone that can teleport.
Oh, that's good. You can have it all.
It's just a workaround to get every single superpower.
Yeah, we were just talking about Marvel and the Skrulls earlier, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I think shapeshifting is like the perfect superpower, and no one ever thinks about it.
Yeah.
Well, because you can also do
you want flying? Well, you can shapeshift into a bird.
Yeah. It's like such a little thing. Like, you have a zit one day, shapeshift it away. Like, still look like you, but get rid of it. You never need to wear makeup ever again. It's wonderful.
If clothing is included in your shapeshifting, then you don't buy clothes anymore.
Yeah.
You always have a costume on hand. Don't worry about makeup.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can freak people out really easily. Just suddenly make your eyes pitch black like a demon.
People like me who constantly like fight the urge to change their hair color, like that would be perfect. It wouldn't be damaging.
Change it.
Yeah. Oh, that's the dream. Alrighty, Adam. What do we think? Ryan thinks. About. Sorry.
The suspense. Mine would be really helpful here.
Drum roll. What's
Sorry, my desk. I kicked my desk by accident. I don't know if that picked up.
Yeah. What's Ryan's favorite exercise? He did ab ones. I don't know if he's
he did talk about that.
But he like was really enjoying them for a while at least.
I feel like Ryan's not a running guy, or at least is not like a big fan of running. Maybe
I was hoping none of us were, so it will I have several friend groups where I'm the only like non-runner, and I was hoping this isn't one of them.
I like running.
Oh, God damn it.
I ran cross country in middle school. And then only couldn't do it in high school because it conflicted with soccer.
Sure. See what I mean? He would like fast things.
But why have super speed when you can just teleport?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said it as like a secondary thing, because I don't want to take teleportation, but like that's clearly the better option for like getting from point A to point B, is to just be there and not speed there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Or shapeshift into something fast.
Oh, a bullet train.
I was thinking like a cheetah, but
yeah.
A bullet train. But there's no rails, so you'd sort of just sit there.
Yeah.
You just collapse to the ground, utterly shattering whatever building you were in or near.
Maybe I shouldn't have the power to shapeshift. I would use it too recklessly. I think like I could totally see, Ryan, you being into like one of those really fun like social ones that's not like sport like badminton or like racquetball kind of situation. Like I could buy that. If you were like, yeah, a few friends and I just went to play badminton, I would totally see that. Like
I did not even consider that as an option, but actually 100% that, but the one where you're in like an enclosed room and you're bouncing the ball off the walls.
That's racquetball.
What's called? That's racquetball?
Yeah.
Racquetball. That's my answer.
That's fair. Yeah. What is it, Ryan?
Well, I like to run a lot.
God damn it.
Oh, darn.
I did cross country in grade school.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So now Margaux's the odd one out.
This is my constant curse. Every single friend group I have, this is the case.
Maybe it's a sign.
Yeah, that like I should just get into running, I guess, but I don't want to. It's so boring.
It's a great workout.
Yeah, I like walking.
But you could run.
No.
I also like ab workouts too. That I still do.
Nice. Hell yeah.
So. And then, as far as like sports to play, like I'm not big on social stuff, but I like to play basketball. People want to play basketball.
Okay, fair. Yeah, you can see it. Fair enough. Have you considered picking up badminton? Because I think it would totally fit your vibe.
The racquetball and the like enclosed space.
Yeah.
Once, and I got hit in the face with it, and I was like, "That's enough of that."
Oh.
Esther and I would always.
Wrong.
Esther and I would always do that together. We would never play the actual rules. It would be like the kind of thing where you're just like messing around and like passing a basketball and like shooting it occasionally, but not actually like playing the game.
Yeah.
Or like a pickup game of basketball or anything. Like we would do that with racquetball, where we would just try to like hit it randomly and be like, who can get it? Who can get it? Oh my god. Yeah. It's a good time. But yeah, it hurts if you get hit by one of them.
It does.
Yeah.
That's why they have you wear glasses.
I never.
But even if you get hit in the face, it still hurts.
Yeah.
You never wear the glasses.
I didn't know you had to.
What?
I didn't know you had to. They didn't give us them. They weren't like, hey, wear these glasses. They were like, here's the rackets, here's the ball. Okay, do I okay, that's an obvious answer for me. I don't want to do an obvious one. What's my least favorite drink? There's a definitive answer for this. There's a few definitive answers for this. The more I think about it, that's a good answer.
I'm trying to think.
Least favorite drink.
You don't.
Is she like a big anti-sparkling water person?
I love fizzy water. It just hurts my tummy.
I don't think you're big on beer.
I'm not big on beer. We're just kind of giving the answer, I guess.
All right, I'll go all in on beer though. I can't think.
Beer
of anything.
sucks. I've had some like IPAs now, and like those are better. Like they're better. I'm sorry.
Better
like
than
like
beer.
I like college
stand
beer.
IPAs.
Like, here's my thing. I haven't tried fancy non-IPA beers. I've only had like Natty Light kind of things, and like those are trash. They are so gross.
Listen,
I get that it's a vibe.
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Yes, and it's also bad.
It's amazing. Wonderful. The best beer. One of the best.
It hurts my tummy. It doesn't taste good. It's not worth it. Like, because not only is it alcohol, but it's fizzy alcohol, and it's icky.
I think
and
the
it
thing that
smells bad,
confuses me is like, okay, like let's say you don't
and
like
it's
beer.
foamy.
Beer's not for everyone. But you prefer IPAs.
They're
to,
fruity. They've got like a fruity vibe. It's not just the beer taste.
Yeah,
like
they
there's
taste
something
bad.
else there.
Tastes a little worse than normal beer.
They're, I think, better. I want to be clear though. I'm not like an IPA girl. Like, if I have my choice of beverage, I'm not like reaching for an IPA. It's just like if it's between beer and IPA alone, I'm choosing IPA. Also regular dairy milk.
Oh yeah, you don't like milk.
No, I hate it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you.
Thanks. Oat milk,
that,
though.
Yeah.
Am I
It's
right?
not that I don't like milk. It's just, why would you drink milk?
Yeah, why would you choose to drink that?
You an adult who drinks milk?
No, you're not.
Makes the bone strong, supposedly.
I drank so much milk as a child, and now I have arthritis, so I don't know about that.
Oh no, it does have like a lot of stuff in it that is helpful.
Yeah,
but
like less than like you think, because there was like a big push
in it.
Ew. All right. What do we think Adam thinks about soulmates? Do we think he thinks they're real?
Oh, this is a great question because I can segue into a funny story.
Oh, I think Adam is in a great relationship that's been going on for many a years. I don't know the number off the top of my head. Many a years. One of the most successful relationships I know of people our age.
Same. Yeah, absolutely. Probably the only like that long successful. I know
I feel like we're coming up on 8.
Okay. Hey.
Long enough that I don't always remember.
However, I also know Adam to be a rational person, and I don't believe that he thinks they're soulmates.
Yeah. I think he has some bullshit variation like I have, where it's like, no, in the sense of there's only one person for people, but I think he probably thinks there's people who are more likely to like be for each other type of thing, which is how I rationalize it every time, where it's like, no, I don't actually believe in soulmates, but like, yeah, I think there's people like who are better for you kind of thing, like meant to be sort of situation. I also believe that with friends. I know down that hill. Like, I think like there's like soulmate friends kind of thing where you're like, yeah, we were meant to be in each other's lives kind of thing. But not like a like hardcore fate caused it, like this is the path that you were meant to be on and the only person you can ever love sort of situation. I think he's gonna say no, but I think he has some bullshit reason.
I was gonna like throw the wild card and say yes.
No, I do too, Adam. It's not judgmental. I do too.
No, I do not believe in soulmates. I mean, I suppose like what Margaux was saying, I agree with, but I would never call that soulmates. Like, yeah, there are some people that are better for you, but that doesn't mean you're like fated to be with each other. It's just how people work. Some people you're gonna like and some people you're not. Yeah. So no, I do not believe in soulmates. But my funny story is that when I was in high school, I got a birthday present to go see a tarot reader, psychic, to tell me my future. And my mom brought me, which was a problem because my mom was very chatty. And so I believe that this psychic was not real. And that a lot of what she was saying was fed to her because my mom would fill in gaps.
Intel.
But one of the big things that she said was she would talk about like relationships or whatever. And she was like, soulmates aren't real, or that soulmates aren't exclusive, was her view. That you have many people that you might be soulmates with and that you'll work well, but there's one, and she called it a twin flame, which was
that's kind of fun.
Basically a soulmate, but yeah, kind of more eccentric and fun, which I liked.
Yeah.
But then she was like, but your current girlfriend, who is my still current girlfriend, is a soulmate, but she's not your twin flame, and so you will not last. I was like,
oh my god,
which has proven to not be true thus far. So
why would you say that to a teenage child?
It was not. She said it very gently, as in like, this will be a great time of your life, but eventually you'll just like go your separate ways and it won't be bad.
Which is like the safe bet for like a high school relationship.
Which is another reason why I think she was not real. Was she very much was like, he's a high school guy in a relationship with a high school. Like, this is not going to last in the college, like every other high school relationship. And happenstance it did.
I think your girlfriend is your twin flame. You guys were almost born on the same day. Like, you guys were like, there's the twin part.
You have the same middle name.
Oh my god, there you go. It's
spelled differently, but same name.
Soulmates. Yeah. Beautiful. All right. Okay. Adam, do we think Ryan would ever live in the past for a day? And if so, when? Like, would he ever like
time travel back to some just for one day, just to kind of see what it's like?
Yeah. I feel like you guys are gonna like sell me on something here.
So here's my pitch.
So buy our product. If you can
go back to
three other people to buy in.
Get yourself in a little time loop.
See, it works. You become your own boss, and then these people
and your own grandpa, like the song.
Yes, I do think Ryan would go back in the past for one day.
He totally would. Yeah, I don't think he would ever pass up that chance. Do we think we have any inkling as to what day he would go?
Is this like a day within his own life, or just a day in the span of the history of Earth?
I think it could be either. I think he would choose one he hadn't already lived. Like, I think he would do something like pre-dating Ryan.
I'm going to say that he would go back and see the dinosaurs.
Oh.
Because I don't think Ryan's a super big history guy, so I don't know if there's any particular time period that he would love to visit. But everyone loves dinosaurs, so
maybe like some sort of big like scientific thing, like maybe like the first like successful launch of a rocket. Maybe like a computer thing. I don't know. Like, you can tell which
first time someone turned on a computer.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
It would be cool to go see like the moon landing.
Yeah.
Or the launch for.
Maybe he could sneak
go
on
to the
board.
moon and see it.
Yeah. I think
the small stuff. Oh, what the?
What are you doing here? Where's your spacesuit?
I feel like there's a chance he's into some super niche and or not niche, which is everything. It's either niche or not niche. No, I think
he could either be interested in going to the past or perhaps staying in the present.
Or maybe the future. I'm no better than your tarot reader. I'm just trying to encompass everything. No, I think he's probably like got one little bit of history that he's like into, and like I don't think it's like Jack the Ripper, but that's the type of vibe I'm thinking, where it's like he would love to like solve a mystery kind of thing. Like he would love to just like know the answer to something. I could see that. I don't know. What are you thinking, Ryan?
Yes, I would love to go back in time. And as to when, I'm not too picky. If they're like, hey, this time machine's gonna take you to like 1200, I'd be like, cool, let's check it out. Let's see what's
fair enough.
On. I think the Black Death is happening at that time, so maybe not then.
Maybe not that one yet.
Wear a mask.
That's a good point. Yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know, I think it'd be cool to see anything. I do sort of like history, so it's like just like see stuff, record it, and then bring it back and be like, wow, look at this. This is how people lived.
Very fair. Yeah, I like it.
I think it would also be fun to like go back in the past of my life and then just like interact with people and like mess with them.
Sure. Would you ever interact with your younger self?
Yes, I could mess with myself.
You're so sure.
I'm a ghost. I know everything about your past. Ignore the fact I look slightly older.
Oh my god. Okay, who do I think is the best movie villain?
Who do you? Margaux think.
Yeah, this one's hard for me too.
So in the law library, they've been doing these weekly polls, and one of the polls a few weeks ago was, "Who is your favorite villain, movie or book or whatever?" And I came to the realization that I don't think I have one, and I don't think I could ever think of one. I don't think villains are something I really focus on when I'm reading or watching stuff. And I wonder if Margaux is a similar way.
Yeah.
So I could ignore your question and say no one.
No one currently, until you've had to go think about it.
Or either option A, that. Option 2, a villain who is actually just completely right and is not really the villain and how we'd think of today. Or 3, some pretty devious villain from some movie that I've never heard of.
Or 4, Hawkmoth from Miraculous Ladybug. Or 5, maybe Anakin Skywalker, because he's sort of like a villain, sort of.
Oh, interesting.
Darth Vader.
That's a good answer. If that counts as a villain.
Or 6, the dinosaur, the evil dinosaur from the Jurassic Park show.
There are no evil dinosaurs.
There are no evil dinosaurs. Darn it. Who's the villain in that show? Doesn't someone die in that show? Man.
Capitalism.
Mankind.
Exactly. I'm a basic little bitch. It's Darth Vader for sure, but because of Anakin, like you nailed it. Like it's absolutely that. It's just like, I mean, poetry. Am I right, George Lucas? Yeah. I just think it's like fun and interesting and cool, and I like it. And is it stupid at times? Absolutely. Do I care? No.
I mean, whatever you say about it, I think it's a pretty solid concept for a character.
Yeah.
Was it executed well?
I think you need to take into account not only the prequel movies, not only the original movies, but the Clone Wars.
That's the thing. I was reading a trope about it, and it's like the Clone Wars really is like a saving throw. The amount of goodwill that's brought back to like
the prequels for sure.
Easily. The way they can flesh out things.
Yeah. All right, so this was a hot internet debate months ago, and now it's completely irrelevant. So, if you have 2 lasagnas, and you take one out of its pan and you put it on top of the other lasagna, how many lasagnas do you have? 1 or 2?
You have too much lasagna.
Oh, what if it's for a party?
In the world of lasagna husbandry, that's actually how you breed them. So then you get a 3rd lasagna for free.
Oh my god.
But a baby one.
I am starkly in the camp of I think you still have 2 lasagnas.
You have 2 lasagnas. I feel like there's a definite top to lasagna.
I think there's too much lasagna there. That's like a giant thing of lasagna. If you're putting 2 things on top of each other.
It's never too much lasagna.
Definitely a considerable amount of lasagna. It's not really like, eatable at that point.
You have that baked cheese on the top of a lasagna.
Yes.
That's like not in the middle of lasagnas. And so
I think lasagna has a top, which is the cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Even though there's cheese in it, but it's not the same
different
consistency. Like so that's your top. And then I don't know if there's really a bottom of lasagna because it's just more of
the pan.
The pan.
Don't eat that.
But there's at least a separation point.
Yeah. Okay. I thought that might be more heated than it was, but I guess we'll move on.
I have a heated debate.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if it's a heated debate. I have strong feelings on this, and I didn't realize it was a debate. Do you prefer having in your sheets on your bed to have the flat sheet? I think there might be another name for this, or just the comforter or duvet.
Your top sheet. You have your fitted sheet and your top sheet.
Fitted sheet, yeah, top sheet, and then comforter, duvet,
blanket, whatever. Yeah.
Blanket,
I am a big sheet girly. I need on my top sheet and then the blankets. I don't understand it when people don't have that sheet and only go blankets.
I am right there with you. I'm
Thank
full
you.
top sheet person, completely cannot comprehend not having that. That is a vital part of my sleeping experience, is to have that sheet.
Ryan, please tell me your thoughts before I get more harsh or stay right where we are.
I have the sheet and then the comforter.
Wait.
So you don't know top sheet?
No top sheet?
What is the top sheet?
Okay. Like, there's the sheet fitted to the bed.
I'm on my bed right now. Like, this is like
and then the sheet
on top. Like, it's not the fitted sheet. That's like over your bed itself. So you slide in between the two sheets of like the fitted sheet and the top sheet.
Okay, yeah.
And it's thinner, and then you have the comforter / duvet, whatever, on top.
Yeah.
The big thick one, yeah.
Okay. So you do use a top sheet?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's the top sheet and then the comforter?
Yes.
Okay, I was confused by the naming convention because the top sheet then is sort of like the middle sheet.
Yes, which is
the middle, yeah.
The question I found defined as the flat sheet was that in between one. But.
Yeah. So yeah, I have very dear friends who I don't think listen to this podcast, so we're fine. Who
have stupid opinions and are wrong.
And I cannot believe it. Why don't you sleep with a top sheet? It's icky. It's too frictiony with either a blanket or a comforter. I love the like smoothness of like going in between two sheets. That's it. Like, come on. It's just the better bed situation.
I think it's just warmer too.
Yes, which love.
And you have options then as well. You're cold, well then you can pull the comforter. You're hot, we'll put the comforter back, and then you still have the sheet which is covering you.
Yeah.
But now you're cooler.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good time.
And I've never seen any valid arguments to not have one.
No, they're like, it's stupid. I don't care.
It's great.
I don't
care. Then sometimes people will be like, it gets tangled. And then I say, how?
Yeah, what do you do?
Never happened to me.
And also, if that gets tangled, how do your blankets not get tangled? Like, if you're like,
how does anything else you have on not get tangled as well? If the top sheet would.
Yeah.
I also just feel like I would get more sweaty with just a blanket on top of me because of just the nature of material that it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Your friend tells you that they committed a crime.
Moral quandaries.
They explain that they are having trouble sleeping at night, and they feel that you're the only person that they can trust with their confession. A few days later, you read in the paper that someone else has been arrested for your friend's crime. Do you, A, go to the police and tell them what you know? B, encourage your friend to confess and warn him if he does not do so, you will tell? C, say nothing, because snitches get stitches. That's not how it is. It says, C, say nothing. When C, say nothing, you will not betray a friend's confidence. A is go to the police.
Okay.
Like, B is talk to him first and then possibly still go to the police. And then C is just not do anything.
I think it depends on the crime.
Let's say the crime is
I think there's a fourth unmentioned option, which is to commit the same crime again, so people think it's a spree crime doer and no, it's not the person they've arrested.
Adam's a good friend.
And then you avoid this moral quandary altogether. Unless the crime is violent.
The first scene at the second scene.
Damn.
Send a suspicious letter to the police department saying that you're the Zodiac killer.
Ooh, and they got
away with it.
You know all this information now from your friend.
Your friends.
You're like, I know these things that no one else knows, so it can't be the guy you've arrested. It's me. And then it can be an unsolved case for Ryan Bergara could do a bit on it.
We done solved it. Yep.
I don't know. I feel like I would talk to the friend and be like, "Hey, you gotta fess up."
Yeah.
Because now I'm do like wrongful convictions work at the moment this semester, so
literally what this is about.
Kind of very much with this, yeah. So I would not want someone else to get convicted of a crime because it's very easy for that to happen.
Yeah.
Despite what our so-called system is all about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's also just like the perfect middle ground, right? Where it's like you're giving them the chance to like, you know, recognize what they need to do. You're not automatically saying like, let me just go to the police without talking to them first. Like you're talking to them and saying like, hey, I think you know you need to do this. Like, please do it so I don't have to, kind of thing. Like, it's gonna look better for you if you do it and everything like that, right? Um, and then it's, you know, it's that perfect little middle. They're like, hey bud, don't do crimes.
Don't do crimes. I do really like the idea of sending a Zodiac killer letter.
Yeah.
I think that's the secret but better fourth option.
Yes.
I think
because
like,
then no one's gonna get wrongly convicted. You think it's still at large?
oh my god. I was having a conversation with a guy last week about like AI stuff and just how crazy it's gotten. But all of the like moral conversations that come into AI in every aspect of it, right? And I have come up with a new system for ranking morally questionable things, and there's like morally bad, right, and morally good. And I think there's like a middle ground that fills with morally questionable, which like leans closer to morally good, but still it's not perfectly morally good, right? And then there's morally icky, which leans closer to morally bad, but it's not like the like full on moral like bad option, you know?
In my family law class, we talked about how a lot of rules about like who you can marry and stuff rely on this ick factor of like, well, incest, you know, it's icky.
That's
but
what
if
I was
you like
talking about.
if you like remove, because the whole like, well, what about genetic defects? But if you remove that as a possibility, then what's left? It's icky. It's icky. So it's this ickiness.
This is exactly what, like, literally, it got onto the conversation about incest because I think that is like the perfect example, right? Because it's like you can get to morally bad if you like can also produce a child from this incest, right?
Or some power dynamic thing,
or some power dynamic.
Like
we're talking like twin siblings who are the same gender. Is that incest?
Or even removing any of that.
No,
like,
I'm like that is like
separated at birth, long lost twin. Same sex, so no possibility of genetic defect.
Yes.
Then it's
just
like,
two
well,
gals falling in love. Oops, we're siblings. Is it morally bad? No, not at all. There's absolutely no like genuine harm that can be expected to come from this, you know? Like you are not looking at the situation and saying like that is going to hurt a person by this happening. You might say like that is going to gross some people out, but being grossed out is not actual like harm, you know? It's like perceived harm of this ickiness. And so that's what we were talking about is like morally icky. That's where incest falls in this case.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Glad we've, cracked that case.
There's this TikTok lesbian couple that exact situation happened to they look very similar. And then they found out that their moms had respectively hooked up with the same guy in a similar time period, and that they might have the same dad, so half sisters.
Sure.
Ultimately, they did a DNA test, and that wasn't true. But it was it was like this whole thing of this moral quandary in real life. You never knew each other your entire lives. Met randomly, been in an established relationship for many years.
Yeah.
What if you're related?
I don't think there's.
I would think there's nothing to. There's no change.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a whole thing. All right. What's the tall? We're moving on to trivia.
Real hodgepodge episode.
I'm telling you, I'm just deleting notes. What's the tallest breed of dog in the world?
Great Dane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really nailed that one. Okay, all right, okay. Sports. When Michael Jordan played for the Chicago Bulls, how many NBA championships did he win?
6.
Yeah, all right.
He won. It was the three-peat because he won 3 in a row and then took a year off and then did a press release that literally just said, "I'm back," and then won 3 again. And then took 2 years off and then played for the Washington Wizards, and everyone just forgets about that.
Do you have 4-peat? 5-peat?
You could, technically. I don't think it's really been
referred
done.
to as that. Oh, done. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Especially with like how drafts work, where it's like a lot of players can get drafted to other teams, and so the teams that didn't do very well in the previous season get to draft, and sometimes they get some really great people. So like right now in the NBA, like Denver and Memphis have been like historically pretty awful teams, but they got first picks and they got some really great people, and so now they're like at the top of the league right now.
Fair enough. Alrighty. What bones do babies not have when they're born?
Kneecaps.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought this must have been why. Ryan. Yeah, this must have been why I like didn't do these. Like I must have thought like, oh, these other ones are more interesting, or these are too easy. I don't know, but like I kind of thought some of them would stump.
I've been bored in class, so I've been playing Proto Bowl. I talked about this a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah,
it's like the academic team. So I've been
He's
doing
uniquely qualified for this.
And I've also been playing a lot of Sporkle when I've been bored. Sporkle is like quizzes people can make. But it'll be over like fun stuff like Star Wars themed or movies or stuff. I play a lot of Star Wars ones. They have different like types of quizzes. So like you like the biggest one on Sporkle is like, can you find all the U.S. states but without the borders?
Yes.
There's other types of quizzes too, like it's called bunkers, and so it'll be like 15 questions, but it'll be about like, let's say Star Wars, but like as it goes down it gets harder. So like it'll be like, what color is Darth Vader's lightsaber? Like you need to put that in, and then it will be like, how many movies was Lando Calrissian in?
Yeah.
Or like really obscure stuff. So.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right. How many eyes does a bee have? We got one, folks. We got a stumper.
2.
They have 0 eyes because B is just BEE. There's no eyes in that word.
Have a sunny Wednesday. Bye. 5.
5 eyes?
Yeah.
For each of these questions, I've been trying to think of a joke, but Ryan beats me to the actual answer before I can think of a joke. And then I'm just left like, oh, okay.
There's another Sporkle one. It's called like logic puzzles. So it'll be about like a theme or something. I did one about geography today. It'll be a 5x5 table, and it will give you the first one. And it'll be geography, like it'll be like, oh, this one is India, and then it will say like, this row is all countries in Asia. What is the biggest country in Asia for like C2?
Sure.
And so then you like find those. And it's a lot of fun, and I'm a big nerd. So
no, that's okay. I think that's fun. All right, when did the Cold War end?
When did it really end?
When did it really end? When did it end?
1989.
Yeah.
89.
During Bush Sr.'s presidency.
There it is. And then last one I have of trivia. Who invented scissors?
Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, wow.
It was actually John Swizzers, but they made him change his name when he came to America.
No, it's Leonardo da Vinci.
Da Vinci, okay.
Really? Okay.
Da Vinci.
Da Vinci?
Da Vinci? Alrighty. I know coffee is not the like best thing to all of us. was my way of not singling Adam out, but just saying.
Gross. It tastes bad.
But like, if you go to a coffee shop, what's your like coffee order? Like, what do you think is like, I'm gonna treat myself to a fun little drink at a coffee shop? What are you ordering?
I don't know, like a lemonade.
Good answer.
I like chai. Chai lattes. Pretty tasty.
Chai lattes are good.
Yeah, I like them with a little, like a dirty chai with espresso in it.
I like a cafe mocha with a bit of caramel in it.
Oh, delicious. Yeah. It's a good time.
Sometimes I'll get a cookie if we go to Starbucks. Does that count?
He said that so earnestly.
Starbucks has good bakery items sometimes.
Yeah, they do. Cookies or blueberry muffins.
Have you tried their like passion fruit drink?
Yes,
it's like a fruity drink? Yeah,
that's what I was thinking for the lemonade.
Okay.
But I couldn't remember what it was called. But yes, the passion fruit.
Fair.
Yeah, I've had that. It's pretty good.
Their chocolate croissants are really great.
Those are good. I like their danishes. Those are good. Yeah.
I'm predicting the question. The answer is gonna be 25.
Oh, okay.
Let's see what the question is.
Which movie character do you relate the most to, and why?
25.
There's 25 movie characters he relates to.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. This was a question that one of my friends sent me, but she didn't send it to me as me. She sent it to me as like, I need you to tell me which movie or show characters remind you the most of me. And it was like the most stressful day of my life, being like, I've forgotten every movie and TV show I've ever watched.
Yes. You asking me right now has made me forget every character I've ever seen.
Jesus from Passion of the Christ.
The coat from the Technicolor Dream coat.
The Joker.
We live in a society.
Any version of him.
Oh my god, the Lego Batman movies Joker. I in high school would always say Kat Stratford from 10 Things I Hate About You, partially because it was my favorite movie and partially because she was not like other girls. And like I'd be lying if I said that wasn't my high school personality type. But I see, like I don't have like a go-to answer anymore. Can think of characters I like.
Yeah, that's like I don't know. I'll be like, yeah, I enjoy watching this character and whatever, but there's not usually a time I'm like, wow, really relate to that character.
Yeah.
Maybe Harry Potter. I feel like I can relate to like kind of sporty, but not super popular, but like sarcastic. That's how it is in the books, at least.
Sure. Yeah, I like that. I think that's fair. I had one and then you said Harry Potter and I got thrown off for a second. Because I was like, you need to make the dots connect. Because the first thing you said was kind of sporty. And I was like, both of you were like, yeah, actively sporty. Like you actively did sports. Like, that's not kind of sporty. Like,
yeah, but I would like, didn't really pursue it. That wasn't like my life.
Fair enough.
Kind of another thing I did.
Fair enough. Not a movie. So I've already failed the task. But Dungeons and Daddies. It's a great podcast. I relate a lot to Grant, with it being like the parents raised in like a very like religious like mindset, and like being the first generation to kind of like stray away from that and like question a lot of things and like not know how to really like express emotions and everything like that. Yeah, very compelled by that character. Yeah, got real dark in season 2. Oops. But I'm trying to think of a movie when
Olivia Rodrigo's character from High School the Musical, the series.
For you?
Sure. No, I don't know. I don't know. I was like, looking it up. I was like, who are the most like relatable characters? And the people that are like being listed are not relatable at all. There was Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
You know, when you're a transformer.
You know when
John Wick was on here.
You know when you throw guns.
Tom Cruise.
You know when you
the person. Not even any one of his characters, just Tom Cruise. Yeah, you know, Scientology is really relatable.
Yeah. Edna Mode.
Edna Mode was on there too. I saw that. I was like, how? Huh?
She's short. I've been pretty short. I've been known to not be tall.
Makes fashion.
Yeah, I sew. Edna Mode. That's my answer. Except I do like capes, so there's some pretty clear differences.
So a lot of people on this list that's like they're just good characters. Marty McFly, that's a good character.
You ever? No, I was gonna make.
Speaking of incest, joke.
Yeah. Oops. Okay.
Sully from Monsters Inc.
Also not a movie, but both of the siblings in Gravity Falls.
Okay.
I feel like they're very, very like good depictions of like teenage or like early teenage years.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Ferris Bueller. That's genuinely a relatable character.
Fair.
He's just some guy. And he doesn't go to class. Chewbacca? Yes.
That's a good one. Yeah. Merida from Brave. I too would change my feet.
That's all I was Indiana Jones. Going on adventures, finding treasure. Oh.
Wearing cool hats. That's all I got. As far as movie characters. Let me see if there's any other notes. I think we're good.
I think there's a note that says, what rained on your parade this week, Margaux? Wow, look at a segue. That's how you do a segue.
No, you stumble over it 5 times and you say like 10 unrelated sentences, and then eventually people forget what you were originally talking about. So when you move on to the new topic, it's like we were there already.
You know, global warming is a thing, and sometimes it can cause it to rain. So what rained on your parade this week?
Sometimes people are going and they walk down a street that you've like sectioned off, and it's like almost like a parade.
Oh.
My mom and I have started working out together with like yoga and Pilates, and it's been real fun and real lovely. But I have brittle bones and have been very sore, which like it's already like, especially in the morning after you like don't move when you sleep, because I don't kick my sheets around to tangle them up. But it's already like you haven't moved, so like with my like old lady bones, it's like getting out of bed is like tough in the sense of you're like, oh God, my joints, I can't move. But then when you add being sore to that and your muscles are also bad, it's tough. So like there was one morning where like my cat needed to be fed and he was letting me know that by just standing on top of me. And I had to be like, buddy, move, and just slowly, slowly like inch towards the bed, being like, I cannot move my legs because we worked them too hard. Um, but it's good. I don't know. Working out's fun, but the aftermath of working out is less fun. That's the rant. What about y'all?
I don't know if I really have one other than like generally stressed, but I suppose like job applications. Starting to look at that kind of stuff, and it's just so soul draining.
Yeah.
But also, it's just very unclear whether the jobs listed are things that want to hire someone who is not yet licensed.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, obviously I need to have a license to practice law.
Yeah.
But would you hire me in anticipation of me getting this license, or do I have to already have one to even apply?
Yeah.
Who's to say not your job description or requirements?
I'm sure some places would and some places wouldn't, and it's a frustrating question of like which is which. Yeah. Yeah. Job descriptions are always like so funny to me. Because some of them are just like you clearly didn't try to like advertise this job at all, and it makes me think like those places are the places that need to legally post somewhere, but they already have someone in mind. And then like some of them like use so many exclamation points, and you're like, someone excitable wrote this.
So there's this one in particular that was so. It was like the not like other girls of job postings, and I was like, who are you trying to? This is a law firm. Who are you trying to get with this job description? Like, because it didn't make any sense. It should be very exclamation points. Very like, we don't take ourselves seriously. Look how quirky we are. And I was like, I know. Again, like, a job posting. Just tell me what you do and what you need from me.
You also like don't even need periods with some of them, because some of them are just like bullet point lists of like, here's the requirements that we need from you. And I've seen some people go like here's the bullet like point list of like requirements of everything or like that, right? Or like expectations. And it's like, oh my God, what does a day in your life look like at this job? Having fun, and like exclamation points. And you're like, okay, huh? No, like I don't need you to be cutesy. I'm sure that they're lovely people. How about you, Ryan?
I don't know. I have like a few like minor nitpicks. So one, it did rain today, and it was very annoying because it rained so much. And the sidewalks, like outside the dorm that I'm at, are always awful. Anytime it rains, they just get like flooded, and so you're just walking through puddles. But literally,
our campus is the first time that I have ever bought rain boots, because I was like, "There's no way that I can walk in like normal shoes."
It's like going through a rainforest.
Yeah.
But then two, I was like giving a presentation the other day for the university, and like we were gonna announce something like pretty big. And then, like, an hour before, they're like, hey, you know that thing we're announcing? We're not announcing it yet. And it's like, okay, well, let's just, like, change everything here.
Oh, no.
And so we, like, stalled for time. And it was very awkward.
That's so stressful. Oh, God. It's like every stress dream I've ever had where it's like, it'll be like with homework assignments. So it'll be like, here's your homework assignment. And then, like, you get it done at, like, an hour before it's due. And then the hour before it's due, they're like, hey, I'm changing the homework assignment, but it's still due in an hour kind of thing. And you're like, oh no, everything I've done was wrong.
Yeah.
Fair. Well, clean up.
That's just it.
End podcast. Thanks for having us in your life. Have a silent
device in your ears. Bye-bye.
Bye.